Love your enemies. Of everything Jesus taught, this is likely the hardest to actually live. Ye have heard that it hath been said, Thou shalt love thy neighbor, and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. That was quoted out of the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 43 and 44. This teaching only makes sense in light of everything already built in this series. If judging another person is really self-judgment mentioned in Romans chapter 2, verse 1, and if the condemnation a person feels towards someone else keeps them locked in the same darkness as self-condemnation as mentioned in John chapter 3, verse 19, then an enemy isn't a separate category exempt from that principle. Hatred held toward an enemy is still judgment, and judgment, wherever it's aimed, still lands back on the one holding it. Jesus gives the reasoning directly, and it's not sentimental. It's about becoming like the Father. Matthew chapter 5, verse 45 states, That ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven, for he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. God's mercy was never selective, restricted only to people who had earned it or deserved it first. If mercy toward sin is instantaneous and unconditional, love toward enemies is simply that same mercy extended in the hardest possible direction. Jesus didn't only teach this. He lived it at the exact moment it would have been most justified to abandon it. Nailed to a cross by the very people he was talking about, he prayed, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. From Luke chapter 23, verse 34. No delay, no waiting to see if they deserved it. The same instantaneous mercy extended toward the people actively causing him the greatest harm of his life. Stephen, the first martyr of the early church, followed this same pattern as he was being stoned to death. Lord, lay not this sin to their charge. Quote from Acts chapter 7, verse 60. He had watched Jesus do this. He did the same thing himself at the cost of his own life, with no one left to impress and nothing left to gain from it. Paul explains why this matters practically, not just spiritually. Romans chapter 12, verse 21. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. Hatred held toward an enemy doesn't weaken the enemy. It only keeps the one holding it trapped in the same cycle of judgment this whole series has been working to release. Loving an enemy isn't primarily a gift given to them. It's the only way the person doing the loving gets free of what hating them would otherwise cost. This is, by any honest measure, the hardest teaching Jesus ever gave. It asks for exactly the same posture toward the people who have hurt you the most, as God already extends toward everyone, unconditionally, the instant it's reached for. Nothing less than that was ever the actual instruction. MJI LightWorker, www.stairwaytoheaven.org